Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Mariah, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all the books that I want to read before the end of the year. So originally I was going to do all the books that I want to read before the end of the summer, but it's July 21st right now, and I feel like that's not going to happen. We have a lot of plans for August with the boat, so I already know I have not been reading with everything we've been doing, so yeah. But when we haul out in August, I am hoping that while we're painting the boat, I can just like put in an audiobook and like vibe out while we're painting. But so yeah, but like yay for the boat project videos, not yay for like, you know, my reading sanity, but yeah, exciting either way, you know. So there's that. Also, as you can tell, we are in my room because this is the only place in my apartment that it's not Satan's ball sack. So I apologize if you can hear my air condition, but I'm not turning it off. Seattle is having a heat wave, and I am dying. I truly don't know how I'm from the South, okay? Like, I used to, like, 100-degree weather, nothing, no problem. It gets over 80 now, and I'm like, this is the end of me. This is where it ends for me. I'm done. I'm done. So, yeah. There's a tangent. Anyways, I also want to say a huge thank you to a channel who just like recently shouted me out in their video that they were doing. It was a small YouTuber or a small booktuber video, and thank you so much to the Reading This Life. She put me in her video and I got like a bunch of new subs. I have like 45 people here, which is like terrifying because it's like it makes it too real to know that other people other than me are watching my videos, and that like for some reason really scares me. Like I was telling my boyfriend, I was like, I'm terrified of people. Like, but it's also like really exciting because obviously I'm putting my videos on YouTube for people to watch, so like, you know, it's scary, but it's very exciting. So yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So thank you. So yeah, anyways, I have been talking way too much for this intro. So without further ado, we're going to start talking about the books that I would like to read before January gets here. The first book I want to read is actually one that I want to read before summer is over. So hopefully I can read this while I'm painting the boat. And that is My Summer Darlings by May Cobb. It's her new book, and I think it like just came out. Oh my God. So last summer I read The Hunting Wives and loved it. I mean, I don't love like a cheating plot. That part kind of like not my jam, but the rest of it, like the summer vibes, the rich lady, all of that, love it. And the My Summer Darling sounds like rich lady in Texas, drinking wine, gossiping about their friends, like, you know. So, sounds like a life that I'm never going to live, and I want to read about it. So, yeah. I really don't know much about it other than it gives the same vibes as The Hunting Wives. So, do with that what you will. On the opposite end of the spectrum, though, the next book I'd like to read before the end of the year is Near the Bone by Christina Henry. And this is a winter, very much so set in snow with the cover and everything. But this couple lives in a cabin, I think, in the middle of a mountain. And I think it's a monster horror. Look, you're going to realize I don't really know much about these books. But, like, I know enough to make me want to read them. So, I hope that maybe this makes you want to read them. If not, I'm literally just rambling to you about books that I want to read. Which, like, sure, okay, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so I think this is a monster horror, which I just recently read The Shuddering earlier this year. That freaked me completely out. So I'm hoping that this is like the kind of the same kind of thing. But I believe the man is like abusive or like super mean to the wife, and like there's other people on the mountain that are just getting their shit wrecked by the monster. So yeah, it sounds super up my alley, and it sounds super interesting, and I want to read it. All right, the next book is one that I picked up a couple months ago, and I believe it's a true crime book, and that is Real Easy by Marie Rutkowski. Yeah, like I said, I truly don't know anything about this book. It was a cover by 1000%. I didn't even really open the flap. It was in the thriller horror section of this small little tiny local bookstore, which I have a really funny story about, but I'm not going to ramble about that right now. Yeah, so I saw this at a really tiny bookstore, and I was like, yeah, that looks really pretty. And when I was checking out, the owner of the store was like, oh, I think you'll really love this if you like true crime books. Like, when you read this, come back and tell me how you liked it. So, it's been a couple months. Maybe I'll be able to go back next year and tell her that I finally read it. But yeah, I think it's about true crime, and the cover. That's all I have to say. The next up is, I think you'll realize with my physical books that I actually have, they're pretty much all cover buys. So this is another one, and it's Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. But I know that I've heard a ton of people talk about this too, and they love it. And yeah, so that's why I picked it up. But also I saw her in a thrift store, and I was like, oh, that cover needs to be on my shelf. Like, that's gorgeous. So pretty. But I think this is like maybe like a haunted house type of thing, like creepy family. Honestly, I have no idea. Cover by, it said it was scary. It's a horror book, I believe. Here for it. I'm here for it. Tell me less. All right, the next book is one that is the last book, the second book in a series, the Raven series that I read last year and fell in love with. Like, the amount that I love this book is kind of crazy too, because it's really not much. Like, this book, the Ravens, I'm not really going to say much about the Monarchs because, you know, it's the second book. If I say much about that book, it's going to spoil the Ravens. But like, it's literally about two girls who are in college in Savannah, Georgia, which I love Savannah. That is my one place I love. So pretty. I love that town. Anyways, so it's set in Savannah. They go to this college that they're both in this sorority called the Ravens, and it's super exclusive because they can only be witches, and one of them doesn't know that they're a witch yet. One of them is fully knows that she's a witch, and like, she's one of those that thinks she has her whole life planned out. Like, she knows what she's going to do. She knows her boyfriend and her are going to get married, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. Or does it, you know? But I don't know. The vibes, the witchiness. Like I've said, I feel so many times, the Ravens has got me into every witch book. Like, I need to read every single book about witches just because I read the Ravens. And I thank her for that, okay? I thank them for that. I'm sorry, because I think it's by two authors. So, yeah, The Monarchs, the second book. I've already started listening to it. Already here for it. Already here for the vibes. Yes. It's also dual perspective, so you get both of Scarlett and Viv's perspectives. And I really enjoy the audiobook. So I highly suggest the audiobook with this one if you're going to pick it up. This is a book that if I come across this in a thrift store, I will definitely be buying a copy of this book because I want it on my shelves, assuming that I like it. But I mean, I bought all these books and I don't know if I'm going to like it. You know what? My book buying habits really do not make sense. Okay, let me tell you that. I'll get like 99% of my books from the library and then like randomly be in the most random thrift store and see a random book and be like, I need that. Never heard of it. Don't know what it's about, but I need it. But like books that I really want to read, we're going to check out from the library. Make that make sense, Mariah. Make it make sense, because it doesn't. Anyways, the next book is one that I'm going to pick up, like I said, and that is The Child Thief by Brom. So I recently just read Slewfoot by Brom, and wow. Wow. Another witchy book. Hi. Hello. I'm in my witchy era right now. But yeah. So, what am I talking about? The Child Thief, Slewfoot. So Slewfoot was about, like, the Salem witch trials. And The Child Thief, I think, is a Pinocchio retelling, I want to say. No, Peter Pan. It's one of those. I think it may be Peter Pan. A Peter Pan retelling, reimagining. Oh my God. This video is going to be a whole hot mess, and I'm so sorry. Anyways, so yeah, The Child Thief by Brom. Wherever the cover is, I don't know. Love her. I want her on my shelf. And after, like I said, reading Slewfoot, I really want to read more of his books because the writing in Slewfoot was, like, amazing. I loved Agatha, okay? That bitch deserves way more. The Silence of the Girls by Pat Barker. I think this is about Briasis, who very, very, like, smallly showed up in The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. And she was captured by, I'm gonna butcher this, Agamemnon, that one. And then she was taken as, like, a gift or whatever by Achilles after Agamemnon took her and, like, killed her whole family. So yeah, it's about, like, the Trojan War, I think, and her as a prisoner and, like, her family getting killed and everything. I don't know. Sounds really interesting. Another era that I'm really in right now is Greek mythology. Like, any book about Greek mythology right now, I want to consume it. I've read Ariadne. I've read The Witch's Heart, which was Norse mythology. I read, Song of Achilles, Circe. There's another one in here that I want to read. Yeah. All the Greek mythology or mythology in general, I also am here for it. So if you know any more, like, really good mythology books, please let me know because I want to be reading them. Thank you in advance. Okay, the next one is, surprise, surprise, about witches. And that is The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. I don't think I've heard much about this book. I don't think I've really heard anybody talk about this. So maybe that means it's not good. But I saw Salem Witch Trials. I saw, like, Coming Back for Revenge of the witches that got killed. And that sounds like something I want to read. So I'm going to. I hope that it's good. I hope that the reason I haven't heard anybody is not because... I hope the reason I haven't heard anybody talk about it is not because it's not good. Does that make sense? Did that sentence make sense at all? I hope it made sense. Anyways. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, witches, Salem Witch Trial, revenge, all the things that I need to hear to just buy a book. And also, again, look at the cover, okay? I'm a simple woman. The next one does not have its dust cover on because I think I've been saying I'm going to read this book since January. So 7 months now. Eventually I'm going to, okay? And that's Project Hail Mary. Hi. Yep. I feel like it's been in a ton of TBR videos that I've said. It's been in a lot of videos that I said I'm going to read it, and I haven't. I still haven't. Why haven't I? I don't know. At this point, I think I'm just, like, nervous to read it because I feel like there's a lot of expectations because I want to like it. And then my boyfriend read it and he really liked it. And he was like, if you don't like it, I don't know how this can work out. And now I'm like, oh, great. I need to love this book. Like, I think I'm going to like this book because it's... Look, I don't know. Okay. I just trying to make a lot of excuses for why I haven't read it. But, like, she big. This is I don't read books this big. So that also another reason. And I can't find the audiobook anywhere. So I'm going to actually, like, I have to physically read this, and that makes me want to vom. So, but the premise sounds great, so I want to read it, okay? Tell me in the comments, like, to read it. Like, please somebody comment and be like, bitch, read the fucking book. Just read Project Hail Mary. And maybe I'll do it, okay? If somebody else tells me to. I don't know. It's about Ryland, who wakes up in a space station and realizes all the people around him are dead. And he has no clue who he is or what he's doing or, like, the mission that he's doing or anything. And he's got to figure out all of that while he's in space, away from everybody. So that sounds interesting. Sounds great. All right, next is a pretty controversial one, I think. The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. Don't come for me. I have put off watching anything about it. Anybody that has, like, a thumbnail with The House Across the Lake in it, I'm just not clicking on right now. Because, okay, look, I've never read Riley Sager, and I've heard good things about, what is it, Home Before Dark or Lock Every Door? One of those. I've heard good things about those. But then his last book last year, Survive the Night, I was also going to pick up. And then I saw everybody shit on it. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm not going to pick this up. But The House Across the Lake, I'm just not going to listen to anybody. So, but then, like, listening to reviews about the Survive the Night, I get it. So, you know. But House Across the Lake just sounds, I don't know, it sounds good. It sounds like a stalker, like, kind of like Obsession, but, like, I don't know. Also, rich lady vibes. I think she's a celebrity going off to, like, her cabin in the woods, and she, like, starts watching this other couple across the lake from her, and sounds like some crazy shit that I'm here for. So, I don't know. Like I said, say less. And, okay, this is the next to last book, so we're almost done, I promise. And that is Elektra by, who is this by? Jennifer Saint. I believe she's the same person who wrote Ariadne, which I didn't love, but I'm still convinced if I listen to it again, I would enjoy it, because I was just not in the mood for, like, mythology anything. So why did I listen to it? Don't ask me. I don't know. But Elektra sounds really good. We follow 3 of the Greek goddesses. Don't ask me to pronounce their names because I don't know. One of the ones is, I think, a wife of the Paris from Troy, and her sister, and somebody else, and I don't know. It sounds great. It sounds like some badass women. There's, like, a curse, is like a generational curse for only the women, and, like, one of the women has, like, future. She can see the future, and, like, she tries to tell people about it, but nobody listens to her, nobody believes her. So, like, she's cursed with knowing the future and not being able to do anything about it, and that would drive me insane. So, I don't know. Premise sounds great. Mythology, again, I'm here for it. So, there's that. The last book. We have finally made it. And that is The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. So, the only thing I needed to hear about this book was old people solving murders. If you know me, hi, Mariah, I love old people. Like, it's just a thing. I don't know why. Ever since I was, like, a server, serving old people, I don't know. I used to, like, also go to retirement homes when I was, like, really little and just sit with old people, which may be weird now that I think about it. Like, I did not know these people. We just went to the retirement home and, like, sat with older people. Anyways, but yeah, I don't know. I loved that. And, like, old people have a really special place in my heart. I hope that's not weird. I hope that doesn't sound, like, rude or anything, but I don't know. I just love old people. So, I heard old people, and I think they're in a home and somebody gets murdered, and, like, they all come together and figure it out. Could be wrong, but yeah, I think that's what it's about, and that sounds great. And this cover isn't all that great, but I found it for pretty cheap in the thrift store, so I was like, I've been wanting to read it, so why the heck not? I also feel like this is going to be a 5-star because, like I said, old people hold a special place in my soul. So yeah, that is all of the books that I would like to finish before 2022 is up. Can we do it? I think we can. I think there's really not that many books that I want to finish. So, you know, I think it's manageable. So yeah. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed whatever the fuck this was. If you did, please consider giving me a like and a subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. And also, like I said at the beginning, thank you everybody who has like newly subscribed to me. I really, really, really appreciate it. It's really weird thinking that like people like or care about what I say, which is weird. And I know it's only 40 people, but like that's 40 people that's not me. So, you know, that's scary. So, but also, like I said, exciting. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day or night or every time it is you're watching. Thank you. Bye.